Welcome back to All About the Smokies. In this video, we're here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We're at the fabulous Chalet Inn. Actually, it's the Chalet Inn. Maybe the fabulous part is something that's left to be determined. But we're here in Gatlinburg, and we're going to stay at this really cool-looking old ski lodge. Let's get started. This video is being brought to you by Jordan Atkins. Jordan is a member of All About the Smokies on YouTube. Thank you so much, Jordan, for all your kindness and generosity. Makes these videos possible. Now, on to the video. So I came up to check in, and it says the front office is closed, and I have to go back down to the bottom of the hill to check in. But look at this lobby. This looks like a snapshot in time. Those chairs are magnificent. Back down the hill we go. Alright, to get to the hotel, you'll be turning onto Long Branch Road right by Ober Gatlinburg. At the bottom of the hill is the Econo Lodge, where you'll actually have to check in. So it's right here on your right. And then you will be turning left right here. Incidentally, this is also where the Laurel Falls shuttle is for that pilot program they're running. So you'll head down this road, curves here, heads up this hill. You'll pass LeConte View Drive on your right, and then you'll see Sunset Road, and you'll turn on it, and you can see the little blue sign there. It says Fabulous Chalet Inn. There's the Fabulous Chalet Inn. That's how you get here. First thing I noticed is right here on the grounds, and look at this old building. It's just really cool looking. I like new, I like modern, but every once in a while I like to try something different. And look at this. Amazing. Let's head inside. Alright, after going down and checking in at the bottom of the hill, turns out our room's 210, so I have to come back to the same area that I just was. That was confusing. Maybe I can save you the trip. Alright, so where are we at? 211's that way, with very musty smelling. Very confusing. 201 through 205 is that way. 206 is here. So it's 210 up those stairs? Or is it down this hallway? Ah. 208 through 210. It's like stepping back in time. Look at these walls. Alright. Alright, now that we're in the room, let's take a look at the bathroom. Okay. Well, it is indeed a bathroom. They like their blues. That's for sure. Now, looking, that's right on the sink. Come on, guys. That's right on the sink. Like, you did not, there's no way you wiped this sink down. No way. And then a really grody looking bath mat that about 1,000 people's feet have probably been on. Might have to hold my shower off until tomorrow. Well, I always like to move the trash cans and things around the bathroom because that's where I've seen bugs before. What about the floor? Does the floor look mostly clean? I think some of those are chips in the floor. Those are too. Looks mostly clean, but daggone. Let's wipe the sink. Alright, let's look at the rest of this room. Now, very big, very spacious. So, that I like. Big, beautiful looking bed. Looks like everything's clean. Old school phone there. Got the lamps on either side. So that's nice for reading. And they've got an end table on each side. I don't see a charger. I don't see an outlet. And looks like they have not cleaned behind their furniture in who knows how long. Let's pan around this way. You can see got a little table and chairs. This room just feels too big, like a misuse of space. That's a small TV in perspective from this large of a room looking across the way, but then again, if they made it any bigger, it wouldn't probably fit on the wall, so that's something. Floor's got some dirt on it, some stuff. I don't even know what that is. I think it's like a dust ball or something. I can't tell. I haven't seen bugs. I'm moving things around. It doesn't look like that's been swept back in that corner or cleaned properly for a bit. Now some of this is just kind of outdated now, I will say. If you can see, I thought it was a design at first, but this whole room has a very damp smell. And this lamp is proof that it stays pretty damp. That is mold. Now, over here, where do we turn this on right here? Do have a separate sink, which, as you guys know, I always appreciate. Now, I get to point this out because you guys have told me it's not good to have a coffee maker in the bathroom, but this isn't the bathroom. This is a separate little area, separate sink, microwave that has good 20 years on it. I don't know how long microwaves have been around. I've never heard of the brand Gallons, but that is a yellow microwave. Little mini fridge. There's to be cold and clean. Look at the sink. I know I'm splitting hairs here because it's in the sink, but that looks gross, whatever in the world that was. Unless that's a permanent thing. But a lot of stuff in here is just defects, like, you know, cosmetic. Not taking the time to do a proper paint job and things, leaving holes behind where something used to hang, and instead of properly patching and painting, they just leave the holes. Nice closet area, with the exception of just a lot of cosmetic and dirty looking areas in this place. Kind of funky looking safe there for your belongings. So, another shot of the room from this direction. One thing I was a little disappointed about, maybe it's a good thing actually, I'm trying to talk myself into it. Really pretty, this style of glass, and since there's parking, my room is not facing the really good views. My room is facing the parking area, so this is a good way to separate, but it almost looks like, maybe it's just the sidewalk. I was gonna say, it almost looks like there would be a way to get out, but they have screwed these windows completely shut to where you can't open them up. But so 2 end tables, no charging to speak of. I don't see an electric outlet. There is one over here where there's no way to put your phone or anything else on. One over here, again, not near a table. And is that one back here? So you can set your stuff up here on this table, I guess, and plug it in and charge. So I've obviously not slept here yet. I'm going to, but so far I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. There's a difference. So I've stated this before, that you can be a little outdated, but nice. Perfect example is the historic Gatlinburg Inn. The historic Gatlinburg Inn is outdated. I don't like the paneling. I'm just not a fan of it. But it's clean. So I can deal with a little outdated. I can deal with some different things, but it's clean, and there's no cosmetic whatever. There were no hairs. It didn't smell musty like this room does. So not super impressed. Let's take a look at the bed. Obviously this top cover doesn't matter, I don't use it anyhow, but I don't like these old blankets. Let's see. Some sort of markings, almost looks like ink. Yeah, see, like these almost feel damp. Are these pillowcases? Yeah. Oh, I guess there is one plug down there, so maybe you can plug your stuff in and sit in the windowsill. I don't know. So everything appears to be fine. Nothing back there. How about behind this end table? No, they haven't cleaned back there either. Just because my room didn't have a good view doesn't mean there aren't rooms with good views. They have some with balconies that are going to be overlooking the mountains. Here's a nice room here. It actually is facing out towards the mountains. As you can see, it's right here. Wait for it. There's the Ober-Gatlinburg tram coming through. They do have a nice little patio area, which is kind of different. Area that you can sit and eat and just enjoy. It's so quiet up here. So quiet, except for my yammering, it's quiet. One of the reviews that I read, you see this sign here. One of the reviews that I read said they're often seeing bears. So maybe we'll get a treat. And then here is the pool. It is a pretty nice sized pool with some lounge chairs and different things. And then with that as the backdrop, so definitely quieter than staying right on the strip. Right down here at the bottom of these stairs, they have ice and looks like pop vending machines. So that was the Chalet Inn in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. A different kind of stay than what you're used to. They used to have a check-in office. They don't anymore. Check-in process is weird. You have to go to the hotel at the bottom of the hill to be able to check in. I don't love that. I don't love that, especially I didn't know that ahead of time. So I had to drive up to the Chalet Inn just to read the sign and come back down the hill to check in. So, not ideal. Not ideal. Continental breakfast. I didn't get down there to record it, but there's no continental breakfast on site at Chalet Inn. You have to get in your car and drive down to the Continental Lodge to eat the continental breakfast there. Don't love that. Don't love that. And I know what you might be thinking, at least they provide a free breakfast, which is absolutely true. Absolutely true. So, now, I was very harsh in the review, as you saw. I was pointing behind end tables, which I always look behind. I look behind everything. I look under everything. You may not see it in every video, but I always do. So, disappointing, like some of the stuff, like the paint jobs. To have someone repainting a wall and tape it off and paint it. Like, do it once and do it right, but it wasn't. So, a lot of the paint was kind of sloppy. Holes in walls that never got patched up, dust and dirt in different spots. It wasn't great. Now it's outdated, and I knew that going in, and I'm not going to knock it for being outdated. That bathroom was pretty cool. I love the shades of blue, so I won't knock it for being outdated. I was tough on it because coming in, I paid a premium for this room. And I didn't know how much of a premium until later. I went and checked in, and the room I got looked very different from the rooms every room is different. Like they're all set up to where you go into each one, it's going to be a little bit different. So that I expected. I didn't mind the room size. Everything seemed fine as far as the size of the room was concerned. So I went on hotels.com and just was curious to see what other kind of room types were available. And when I went on there, I was a little perturbed. So I booked my room 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it was one price. I'm not going to tell you because it's ridiculous how much I paid. Rod Run weekend, I think they were trying to get as much as they could out of it for people trying to book ahead. So I looked at the site for the night of, and they had dropped the prices by $50. That made me a little sick. So it is what it is. You know, the rate that I had booked at is the rate I booked at. And then I looked so this was a Friday night into Saturday. So I looked at the rates for like Monday into a Tuesday. They were half the cost. So average price is going to be between $80 and $100 a night. With exception, some weekends are going to be higher. You get into peak seasons and they're going to be higher, but you should be able to find a room at this place for around $80 to $100 plus tax. That is exactly what this place is worth. So I take back some of the really harsh criticism to say you're in Gatlinburg, paying $80 a night. That's probably a reasonable place. Really super cute. Like, you can tell that in its heyday, this was a very nice place. Pool looked nice, the whole area. The views for the rooms that had views were really, really nice. I can't say anything additionally negative. So the sleep, I slept fine. Bed seemed comfortable enough. I didn't have any complaints there. I ran the bathroom exhaust fan. So when I got there, I turned it on, left the door open, went and did other stuff in Gatlinburg, and came back and it had cleared out the majority of that mustiness in the air. So just a little pro tip, leave the bathroom exhaust on. It's just some of that, I don't know if it's just how old it is and where it sits on the mountain, but it just seems like everything, it just retains this moisture. So I was just exhausting it out. I at no point felt uncomfortable there. There were no bugs, nothing like that. So nitpicked it to death. All that to say, it was a decent place to stay. Now, question I always ask: would I stay here again? Probably not, because it's not my taste, not my style. But I wanted to do something different. If you just look something now, could you walk to downtown Gatlinburg from it? Yeah, it's probably going to be 10 to 15 minute walk. I would gather that's probably right. You got to walk down a hill, as I showed you in the video, around a corner, and then about drops you right onto River Road. So you could walk to Gatlinburg from it. So location was pretty decent, but you didn't have all the noise of the strip either. So that was nice. Noise. I almost forgot to tell you. There were people above me walking. I could hear the creaks and cracks of them walking on the floor. But that was it. Like, I didn't hear anything else. And I had an external window right to the outside and never heard, even when I saw a shadow of somebody walk by, never heard anything. All right, so that was a fabulous Chalet Inn, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Let me know what you thought. If you've stayed there before, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. That's been another video from the Great Smoky Mountains. We hope you have a great day. God bless. So that was the fabulous Chalet Inn in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So that was the fabulous Chalet. So that was the fabulous Chalet Inn in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.